museum. I want to explore. Uh, you had to cover your shoulders and everything, so I have the shirt, but I didn't have the pants. The pants is free. It's good. You don't need to. They just give it to you, and then you have to take it back. So, $5 entry, $1. Sorry, $5 more if you want to have the audio to listen to. I said I don't want the audio, so I just paid $5. But if you want the audio as well, it would be $10. Okay, I'm going to start trying based on the map. So basically now I am here. I enter from here. And then this is building 4 and 5, which is these two. So first I'm going to go there. And then I come back. There's some graves here as well in this area. And then I explore more. I had my doubts coming here before because of my mental health, and kind of my country is in a similar situation. They're killing us. But I came anyway to, I don't know, to just see that others also had these problems and they overcome it. So there might be a hope, there might be a light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe one day we have this kind of museums. Who knows? But it is very heavy. Like my heart is already heavy, and I just check out like 4 rooms, and now I came upstairs and look at here. Sometimes you can see darkness in the floor, and those are blood. These are for executing people. For a lot of people, that might be something new, but for me, Islamic Republic is executing every person a day, one person a day, so nothing new for me, but still very heartbreaking. Oh fuck, this is bad. So basically, they make them to work as like everyone should work. Children, elderly people, disabled people, men, women, everyone. And they send them from the cities that they were living to countrysides to do farming jobs. As you can see here, this is the army of the brutal regime. They had limited educations and they didn't care about the education, no education system and nothing because they had to work. And also the forced labor of children. The life of children at that time. They're the tools that they worked with. Okay, this is the family that they were all killed and tortured here. So when they get a family, all of them would be arrested and they would be treated the same way. Doesn't really matter, even if they didn't do anything, of course. No one did anything, but oh my god, look at this. So fucking sad. Yeah, so the children would also get arrested. The little ones would be killed, and the ones that could take care of themselves, they would be sent to the army, I think, and then a little after that, they would also be executed because they were part of the enemy, which were their parents, and their parents were, yeah, this is basically what's happening. These are the last 4 children that they were survived for the S21 right away after the victory, the liberation. Exactly. So these are the children, file of the children who were executed and list of them. So, these are the art of the artists in this room. And you can see the floor. It's the same floor. It's more than 1 hour, 1 hour and a half I'm here, and I just finished one building. So basically, the whole thing was a school before this, and this is also how they do the tortures. And this was like volleyball courts and pole, and then they used it for even the graveyard. It was according to this, It was a volleyball court, so they actually used the school to do these fucked up things. There are like 4 or 5 rooms for the photos. This is the school before. He was a teacher in the school. So here is where we talk about justice, that it happened in 2027, I think, or 17. Yeah, 2020, 17, which is, yeah, it's good that the justice, like there was a trial and something, also UN were involved as well. But then after what, 30 years after, more than 30 years after the thing, they just did it for only 3 people were left, I think. And one of them had like 3 people who were in charge, the leaders who did this. And and then one of them was also uh, like had Alzheimer. These are the museum team, I think, maybe, or no. No, 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 maybe they are survivors. Yeah, oh, here. Oh, they visited. Okay. These are the museum team. Yeah, so one of them had Alzheimer, and 2 other were they had a trial and they were sentenced to a lifetime in prison. Okay, according to the map, there should be 2 more buildings here and there, but I'm not seeing any. Let's go and see. I think here is done. They're closed, so I go down. Seeing their faces in the pictures downstairs, one thing that was very heavy for me was their eyes. They're like looking into their eyes, and also the fact that they all had numbers. It's very dehumanizing, and it was very disturbing for me to see that these people are having numbers and they were forced to stand and take a picture of them. Yeah, also about the walls. So They didn't. So these walls, they are from the time of school, like whatever graffiti and whatever you're saying, from school time, from prison time, and from museum time. So I don't think a lot of things would happen during the museum time, but probably from, I don't know, maybe it does, but what kind of sick person come here and draw in the walls? In this museum, it's not a fun museum, it's a very tragic museum. So all of these scars or whatever you're seeing, they're from school time, and the prison time, and hopefully not from the museum time. I thought I was almost done, but there is another building, like two buildings behind this building, and it is actually fascinating to see that they had this big, big school way before all of these things. So they cared about education. So I like the cells. Some of them has window, but most of them are like this. So this is the chair and the big ones. See the numbers. The eyes and numbers. Okay, here for some reasons my voice did not record, and now I'm doing a voiceover. So I don't quite completely remember what I was saying, but I can guess because it was the time that I finished visiting the whole museum. I was feeling very heavy for what I was seeing, and I was just explaining a little more, which is good now because I actually watched some YouTube videos about the whole genocide and what happened and the history of the country, which I will share the links in the description as well for you to go and watch them, because then you can see the whole picture. And it's actually painful, but it is very, very like educational for you to know. So basically this center was a school, and then it turned to a detention center, and it was the time that after the civil war was finished in Cambodia, and after the war between Vietnam and USA makes the whole region more vulnerable, and in this time a communist party just mm, have the power all of a sudden. And then what they did was that they evacuated everyone from Phnom Penh. People who were working, they were from the middle class, they were teachers, they were, I don't know, employers of the ministries and other places. They evacuated the whole Phnom Penh, saying that the United States is going to bomb here like today, and today everyone should go. So they kind of tricked people to leaving the city, and they just went to the countrysides to be farmers, and to have like to basically fulfill their communist ideas, as like all of us are farmers and this is how it works. And the bad part is that they actually evacuated even like the hospitals, even when people could not walk. So the deal was this: you can walk, it doesn't matter that you are in a hospital. If you can walk, you have to walk to the countrysides. If not, we will shoot you. And that was the case. So they shoot a lot of disabled people or people who couldn't walk at the hospital and left them behind, left their bodies behind. And the other ones who were sick or like, they were at hospital. They had to move and they had to walk as well. So that had a big impact to the country, to the fundamental of the country, because their meals were so small and little. People went to villages that they were not originally belongs to, so a lot of people have had conflict inside the villages, and they had to work. Everyone should work, from child to old people, disabled people, it doesn't matter. Everyone had to work, and they just had 2 meals a day, sometimes rice, sometimes just the rice water. So this make the whole thing very traumatizing, and it actually hit a lot of like foundations of their education system, their healthcare system. And I think that's why it just, however, it was just 5 years, but the impact of it was so much that you can still see it in the country, that they are still recovering from that trauma. And whoever you talk to, they know someone from that time that they suffered, or they were killed, or they went to the prisons or the centers, or they just worked so hard in the fields and the countrysides, and they passed away so early, while they were still young. Yep, that's it.